add this to the list of things I never thought I'd see. It's Mighty Molly versus a super legacy super. Lock it in, the Dragon Sleeper.
You feel like hope is starting to fade away. Showing the world just how much fight she's got left. Catches a punch.
The close of this match is just ahead.
Not what you want to see by any means.
2.
And that'll about do it, folks. Here is your winner, the Falcon. What an emphatic victory, guys. No contest.
That's why they call it light.
Molly tells me that you're trying to add fuel to the fire of your fight with your aunt. I don't know if I can help, but I can give you a tip. Justine always hated my cowboy hat.
So I should wear a cowboy hat?
No. Let me say more words. She hated my cowboy hat because it reminded her of Trish Stratus. Your aunt always resented Trish for being the face of the company. Trish always got more buzz, more press. Even now, Trish's face is on the side of the production truck, not Justine's.
Wasn't Trish also a 7-time women's champion?
She sure was. One more than Justine's 6 championship wins. Which your aunt especially resented because before Trish came to WWE, she was a model, so Trish had to learn the business from the ground up. Justine always thought Trish got special treatment compared to someone like her, who worked in other promotions for WWE. What do you think? Is there something you can use there?
I'm here on NXT tonight with a big announcement. I'm proud to share that the Superstars of Tomorrow will be honoring the legacy of the greatest WWE women's legend of all time. I'm announcing the first ever Trish Stratus Battle Royal. Well, the main event is next week. We're kicking things off tonight as I personally honor Trish by wearing this out to the ring for a special match on NXT 2.0, the old WWE Women's Championship. This is the same championship that Trish won 7 times over the course of her remarkable career. Even my Aunt Justine didn't hold it 7 times. It is going to give me such stratisfaction to wear this tonight, in homage to the greatest WWE legend and women's champion ever, Trish Stratus.
One of WWE's most exciting superstars is here visiting NXT.
And she brought a vintage WWE Women's Championship to tout the upcoming Trish Stratus Battle Royal.
It's obvious she's throwing Trish Stratus's accomplishments in her aunt's face. Is it going to work? We'll see. Crashing down with the senton. Is it enough? The cover!
And that's all she wrote. Here is your winner, the Falcon. No other way to put it, guys. That was kind of a butt kicking.
An absolute statement.
The road to WrestleMania couldn't get any more exciting. Trish Stratus herself has entered NXT's first ever Trish Stratus Battle Royal.
There were a lot of fan favorites coming into this 6-woman battle royal, but Trish just threw most of their chances over the top rope.
There's a Russian leg sweep.
And did you hear the impact of that?
Kick right to the face.
This is just brute power.
Oh my goodness, absolute dominance.
opponent has been eliminated.
Oof. Talk about dismantling your opponent. Firm control. Ooh, nothing fancy with that move. Boom, nice. Wrist clutch suplex, perfect. Looking bad for her here. High knee right between the shoulders. Now we know what the 5 fingers say to the face.
Fan gets countered.
What's coming next?
A back suplex.
Drop kick hits the mark.
Look at her taking in all the energy from the crowd. Watch out!
Running bulldog. Look at this. Boom. Nice. Boom. Gone. That showed a complete lack of respect for your competition and for our sport.
Oh, wow!
Steiner.
Nice!
And back in the ring we go. Crushing double stomp. Reversal from Trish Stratus.
Going for it! Trying to step through!
More on their belly. Got them turned over. The Boston Crab. Why on earth would you apply a...
Can she score the pin?
Enticing!
And she stops the count. She just might have more malicious intentions in mind.
Eat defeat.
Trish Stratus has been eliminated.
Oh, that backfired on. Great counter. Oh, look at head scissors. DDT.
Incredible.
Chance has been
For elimination here. And there appears to be a change of plans.
Not the strategy I'd go for when I literally have my opponent in the ropes, but maybe they know something that we don't.
You gotta be kidding me. What a 6-man match.
Here is your winner, the Falcon.
Sharon's the W against fierce competition.
Show up, get the W, and get out. Not a bad night's work, I'd say.
I thought what you said in the ring was exactly on the money, and I'm happy to help you take Justine down by, how did you put it?
Tear apart her past?
That's it. I think Justine's plan is to steer clear of you before the WrestleMania match, which is official, by the way. But if you want to get the upper hand, you might not have to take the fight directly to Justine anyway. Taking some steps to remind Justine about her biggest regrets will go a long way. I have a few ideas, and I've already made some calls to get a couple of other WWE legends to help too.
I gotta ask, are you just helping me so that you can get back at my aunt?
Oh, there's definitely an element of revenge to it. Do you know what it's like for people to think I'm the villain of my story? But I also meant what I said to you on day 1 at Survivor Series. I'm here to help you. Justine's so stuck in the past and her grievances that she's forgotten her obligation to help the next generation. Even her own niece.
Ain't that the truth?
Are you ready to get started? I do have one idea that involves a certain red-haired, moonsaulting WWE legend. But with the amount of grievances your aunt has against this company, there's definitely more than one way to approach this.
You talking about Lita?
Who else could it be with that description?
Let's start with her then. What are you thinking?
One thing your aunt could never shut up about was that Lita got the first women's cage match in WWE, not her. A steel cage match with Lita would certainly rub that in her face.
Lita's just going to agree to that?
No, but if you lure her to Raw by making her think she's getting another Raw Women's Championship opportunity, confront her backstage, and I bet you can get her in a match. After her near miss with Becky Lynch last year, she's still got an itch.
WWE legend and Hall of Famer Lita has graced us with her presence here tonight.
From behind. What is she doing here attacking Lita?
No clue, but it looks like she wants a fight.
Watch this, guys. It seems as though, we'll take a look. There's a brawl going down in our backstage area right now.
Wow.
Oh, heinous knee to the face. Uncorks a thunderous chop.
Punching their way out of that one. Whoa, nasty backhand right there.
Up across the shoulders.
And now it looks like they're done.
Done for now, but I have a feeling this isn't over.
Well, look who it is. A ding dong. Get out of my locker room.
Hi, Bailey.
Here to steal someone else's sponsorship deal? Is that why you're after Lita? She's got one you want, doesn't she?
Wow, you have quite a one-track mind, Bailey.
So what? Don't need more than one track when it's the right track. I'll be watching you.
Kind of creepy, but fine with me. You're more than welcome to watch me beat Lita.
I hope you won't make a habit of being here on Raw.
Nice to see you too, Charlotte.
And don't try pulling what you pulled on Lita on me. First of all, you wouldn't succeed. I'd wipe the floor with you. But I'd rather not expend the minimal amount of time and effort it would take to do so.
Right. We can agree to disagree. But don't worry, I don't have time for you either. I'm focused on other opponents right now. You know, ones that actually pose a challenge.
If you need any advice when it comes to steel cage matches, I'm happy to help. It's one thing to take on a legend, but I've taken on a McMahon in a steel cage. Naturally, it was a memorable instant classic of a match.
Wait, didn't you lose that match?
Win, lose, who really remembers? Just don't let your opponent weasel out of their clothes to escape. That would be an embarrassing way to lose. You know, hypothetically.
Right. I think I'm good on advice.
Suit yourself.
You know, provoking WWE legends is usually a bit frowned upon by management.
I needed to get Lita's attention, Besides, another WWE legend provoked me first.
As management, I'm supposed to say that's no excuse. Consider this a warning.
And as Shawn Michaels, the heartbreak kid who's not WWE management?
You certainly know how to entertain, and knowing Justine, I'm sure it's getting under her skin.
The road to WrestleMania is paved in steel. As the legendary Lita and her opponent square off in a steel cage match here on Raw.
After suffering a brutal backstage attack, Lita will be looking to teach her attacker a lesson about respecting her elders.
Make that Hall of Fame, Elders, Saxton.
Up into the torture rack. Beast. Lita in big-time jeopardy. In search of some footing to make this huge climb.
And she's gingerly balanced on the top of the cage. And she is making climbing this steel cage look easy.
She's looking exhausted from the climb. Does she have the stamina to make it out?
This is where champions are made. Heart pounding, adrenaline pumping. Keep those hands and feet moving, and don't stop till you're on safe ground.
And this one is over.
Here is your winner, the Falcon.
And that seemed like a pretty easy day at the office right there.
As always, Cole, you're more polite than I am, so I'll just say what...
Based on how much Justine's been mouthing off on her podcast lately, seems like what you're doing is working. Not that I had any doubt.
And with WrestleMania right around the corner.
What are you thinking?
I think it's time I stop avoiding Justine. The two of us need a face-to-face, and I know exactly where to do it.
Of course, it's obvious to anyone with a brain that my niece's efforts to undermine me, to undermine my legacy, are really the attempts of a weak, scared little girl.
I just want to talk.
Seems that we have an unexpected guest today. You may know her from her recent humbling loss to me at Elimination Chamber. My niece, or as she always asked to be called growing up, Little Justine. So, LJ, I've got to ask, how does it feel to be nurtured by the best in the business and still be such a letdown?
You know, you were the best in the business, Aunt Justine.
I'm sure you didn't make the trip here to tell me what I already know.
But isn't that what you said you want? For someone to give you your due? See, after the initial shock of seeing you at Elimination Chamber, I've had some more time to think. And you're right. You were never given proper credit for what you did and what you accomplished.
So you did join me to make my own point.
What's that you said on SmackDown? About having to survive a world 5 times as hard and 7 times as brutal? In the moment, I think I would have said you were making excuses. But now I know you're exactly right. You did work harder to get less. You should have been the main event week after week when you were in WWE. Sure, They threw praise on your name after you retired when management decided they needed to add another woman to the Hall of Fame. Or now when they want to get a Legends ratings bump. Fans buy into that nostalgia but forget what it was really like for you. How they treated you when you were on the roster.
What do you know about it? You don't understand.
But that's just it. I do understand. You've been teaching me since my first day in WWE. And you know what I finally really get? Everything that you've complained about, that you're mad at, for all that you blame management or other things beyond your control. It's always been me who's been your real target. Because I'll never know the limitations that you did. I will get to push myself in ways you never could, have opportunities that you never would have been given, and see how far I can really go. And you? Justine, you're a legend. The best of her time. Maybe could have been the best of all time if you had a level playing field. But the fact that you'll never know and I will, that's what you'll never forgive me for. And that's what's going to allow me to replace your legacy with my own.
You ungrateful piece
You're a
of...
selfish, self-centered, only thinks for herself.
Because I'm the only one I could ever count on.
Looks like we have something in common then, because I certainly couldn't count on you.
You don't deserve your talent. It should have been me.
But it's not you, Justine. It's not you.
It'll be me at WrestleMania. I've still got it.
Sure, you've got what's left. Enjoy it while it lasts. But me? I'm just getting started.
You're planning on stealing my title tonight?
Your title? Excuse me? Is the SmackDown Women's Championship yours?
Calm down, kid. I'm not talking about a championship. I'm talking about my honorific title, Mr. WrestleMania.
Wouldn't it be... You know what? Never mind. If you mean do I plan to have the match of the night, then yes. Justine won't know what hit her.
That's what I like to hear. And you should obviously always be focused on winning your match, especially tonight with everything that's on the line for you. But don't forget to have fun out there, too.
I'll try. I'm not sure my aunt's betrayal has been particularly fun for me, though.
I don't know, kid. Sometimes fun means beating the daylight out of a once trusted friend or family member. WWE superstars. We are just built different.
Thanks. I think.
Seen a lot of people go out on the grandest stage of them all, but this feels different.
Who are you rooting for, Tom?
Ah, LJ, don't ask me that. You know I love you both. I just want the two of you to sort this out.
I don't know if that's possible. Justine gets bent out of shape about everything. You saw how she reacted when I dredged up her past and all the things that bother her.
You're not perfect either, LJ.
No one's forgotten what you did to your tag team partner.
Point taken.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I know you can make it on your own. Even from your debut, you were confident and strong, wearing your own gear, rocking your own moves. But seeing you someday both move past this and work together, that would be something both the friend and the fan in me would like to see.
We'll see, Tom. We'll see.
I'm still not happy it's you and not me out there. But I do have a shared interest in seeing Justine lose the championship tonight. If she hadn't been in the Dark Pod, I would still be champion. So, good luck, I suppose.
How big-hearted of you.
I'm just benevolent like that, I guess. Besides, you helped me with Stephanie. You were the only person who told it to me straight when everyone else was conspiring against me. Hey, I was right back when you started and I said we could be friends after all.
Huh. I guess you were. You know, that's actually kind of sweet.
And hopefully, I'll get to rightfully reclaim the championship from my friend very soon. If you win, your days as champion are already numbered.
And there's the dewdrop I know.
And there's something special in the air these days when the SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line.
It doesn't get any bigger than the grandest stage of them all, and it doesn't get any more heart-wrenching than a battle between beloved relatives turned bitter rivals.
And that's exactly what we've got at WrestleMania.
For the SmackDown Women's Championship, every generational grudge match has led to this.
It goes back a lot further than that, Saxton. A lifetime of idolizing her legendary arc culminates here in this explosive showdown.
Oh, man. Down the chest.
Lands in the drop zone.
Looking for the victory! 2!
Right now, I just don't know what it's going to take.
Up into the torture rack.
The title might change hands.
Makes the cover. Would you have thought it possible with the women's superstar debuted that she'd be standing tall with the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania?
I'd have called it possible, but unlikely, Cole.
What a match. And there's no question whose moment this is. Whatever and whoever may have defined this superstar in the past, she's now cemented her own legacy within WWE.
We could be seeing this image at WrestleMania for years to come.
Wait, what's happening?
I'm not sure.
Can Justine be trusted here?
I don't believe it.
It seems that even Justine's small heart grew 3 sizes today.
If these two can get over the differences after the rivalry they've had, then anyone can do it.
Look out!
What the hell? The new champion was just ambushed from behind.
It may be the end of this rivalry, but this champion's story in WWE is just getting started.
Well, you can't say you didn't deserve that attack after what you did to Ava.
You told me to do that to Ava.
Sure, but I tell you a lot of things.
Like that you had my back as my manager and you weren't planning planning to betray me at Elimination Chamber?
To be fair, I never explicitly said I wouldn't be. But we're getting off track. Our Ruthless Digressions listeners don't want us to dig up the past. They want to hear what was going through your mind in that second impromptu WrestleMania match. Besides, I was in your corner for that match, so we're good now.
Only because you also apologized profusely. Let's not forget that.
I'm a pro wrestler, which means I'm all about long-term storytelling. So no, I didn't forget. It's called selective memory, and it's not relevant to this conversation.
Honestly, I don't blame Ava for what she did. I would have done the same. And I don't blame her for pressuring Molly to give her an opportunity for my SmackDown Women's Championship. I'll face her and win. Eventually. Maybe after Ava pays some dues.
So, if Ava's not your first challenger, what's next? Or who's next for the SmackDown Women's Champion? Who do you think your biggest competition is?
Good question. You know, it could be someone already in the locker room, or someone who's still making their way to WWE. There are more talented wrestlers getting opportunities to show their skills than ever before.
That's for sure. We've come a hell of a long way.
Still a long way to go, too, but we've got to start somewhere, right? And if I've learned anything from you, it's that you can't keep waiting for the gatekeepers to give you permission. You have to fight for what you want. And I'm looking forward to the fight that the superstars of tomorrow bring. When they're ready, I'll be ready too.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. The SmackDown Women's Champion is issuing an open challenge and is ready to fight absolutely anyone who wants to take the championship off.
Here's your winner, and still the SmackDown Women's Champion, the Falcon.